Hello my fellow VSGers, this is joatsaint, along with Frankensleeve, coming to you this evening with a combination quick FAQ and 5-minute review. The frequently asked question is, which is the best tasting protein drinks? And I have 3 that I found that tasted pretty good, and I will show you each one of those. And the 5-minute review is a review of each one of the protein drinks. I have 3 that I have tried and liked. Luckily, I didn't have to go through a whole series of different brands before I found something that I liked and could not only tolerate, but actually look forward to drinking. And they were in this order. The Premier Protein Chocolate is my favorite. EAS Chocolate Fudge comes in a close second. And the third one, I wish I still had the bottle for it, but I threw it away a long time ago, was the Muscle Milk Chocolate. And I only list the EAS chocolate as the third one because it was much pricier than the other ones. I had to pay almost $4, I believe, at a convenience store for the EAS. It would also be my third one because it also had the most carbohydrates in it. And being an ex-low carber, sugar is always the enemy. So the Muscle Milk had the highest carbohydrate count of all the drinks, so I would put it as third on my list for that reason as well. But it did taste good. The main reason I like the Premier Protein is it has the most protein in it, and it also contains all milk-based protein. The EAS Edge has a combination of milk proteins and soy-based proteins. And some people say that the soy-based proteins have estrogen-mimicking properties in them, and for that reason they stay away. I don't know the truth, but I just want to let you know for what the packaging says on it. This is a combination of milk proteins and soy proteins, while this one gets all of its protein from milk and whey. This one also has the most calories in it, but all those extra calories come from the protein. It is very low carb. It has a total of 5 carbs. 3 carbs are dietary fiber, which means you cannot digest them, or only digest a very small part of them, and only 1 gram of sugar. 5 grams of carbs total for this product is not bad at all. The other difference between the two is the EAS is, I believe, 110 calories versus the Premier Protein, which is 160 calories. But like I said, you are getting all protein in those extra calories in the Premier Protein shake. So you're drinking the same amount. They're both 11 ounces. But this one just has more protein in it. So if you're trying to get your protein in for the day, this might be an easier solution. These two both have a really good flavor, and the only real difference I've noticed is the texture. The Premier Protein is very smooth and silky and does feel like chocolate milk going across my tongue, while the EAS is smooth and silky in the same way, but I do notice an occasional bit of graininess going across my tongue. So the Premier is much easier for me to drink. The one question I've never really been able to solve to my full satisfaction is on the nutrition labeling on the back of these products. If you'll notice on the back, it will give you a total carb count, it will give you a fiber count, and it will give you a sugar count. Now in this case, the total carb count is listed at 5 grams, dietary fiber is 3, and sugars is 1 grams. That still leaves 1 gram left out of the total that's unaccounted for. So I've never found a dietitian or anything online that would tell me what that 1 gram of carbohydrates that is unaccounted for is actually in the product. Obviously it's not sugar, but is it something you can digest, or is it a carb that can be broken down and turned into glucose and stored as fat? So that's something to be thinking about. There are many products I've run across which have a total carb count that is fairly high. It'll list dietary fiber and it'll list a very low sugar count, but then there are still 4, 5, or 6 carbs left over in the product label that are unaccounted for. So I'm always conservative and go ahead and count that hidden carb as being a sugar carb. So if you're trying to answer the question, what is the best tasting protein drinks, then I would have to go with both Premier Protein and EAS. They both taste really good. The biggest difference is the amount of total calories and protein in the 11-ounce packages, and whether or not you would like to have soy protein mixed in with your protein drinks, or if you prefer a concentrate of milk proteins and whey proteins. So both drinks, Premier Protein's chocolate with 30 grams of protein and 160 calories, and EAS Advant Edge Carb Control with 17 grams of protein and 110 calories, both get the Frankensleeve seal of approval. So if you're trying to answer the question, what is the best tasting premixed protein drinks? I don't believe you can go wrong with either one, Premier Protein Chocolate or EAS Carb Control Chocolate Fudge. Both drinks get the Frankensleeve seal approval. So this is Joatsaint and Frankensleeve signing off from VSG Land. Keep pimping that sleeve.